What were you looking for?
So this is a very good question, Radha. So for me, like, I always had this problem that I find it very hard to open myself, and there was always a fear of being judged. There was a fear of being misunderstood. I always think that people will not understand what I'm going through, and the biggest thing is I always had this fear of judgment, of being labeled.
Has that feeling of or fear of being judged kind of molded your personality a certain way? Did you feel that you stopped yourself from doing a lot of things? Like, did that cause you any stress, any anxieties? Did it?
This mental thing that was stopping me. There was this emotional thing. I was not getting that support around me to do the things. So it was more of those things than physical.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Did that disturb your thought process? What
Yes,
does that?
this always, like as I said, there's always a significant fear of judgment, you know. There was no one to validate me and say that, hey, you are doing the right thing. But working on myself, I just realized I don't need validation from anyone. Growing up, I was always looking there for that validation, and when I was not getting that validation, so it was disturbing me deep inside that, oh, I'm not a good woman, I'm not a good mother, I'm not a good daughter, I'm not a good person in life. So those were the feelings that were coming. They were stopping me from living my life.
Do you think you're talking about depression?
This is the first time I'm saying that publicly, that yes, I'm on my journey with mental health issues. It took me time to say this publicly because I'm out of that fear of judgment, but also like mental health issues, rather, there is so much that is there's so much conversation around these issues, but yet people really find it very hard to open themselves up. We see so many people, especially women around us, who are still struggling from these issues, but they are not able to ask for help. So talking about it and living it are two different things. And this is the message I want to convey to everyone, that if you have these issues, you are not alone. You are not unworthy. You are not weak. If I can do it, so can you. Please seek help. Talk to people around you.
Harpreet, this is not an easy thing to do.
Yes, it took me so long in life to reach at this place where I can see publicly, yes, I have these issues, but I have found a solution, working on myself, I am in balance, and here I am in front of you.
So at the Radiance chapter here, we want to talk about how we want to show the light in you, to reflect the light in you into the light of others. You seem to walk in and talk about something that you've never talked to anybody before.
Yes.
We're honored. Thank you. We appreciate it. How did you come to it? What did you do after that?
Yes, so I had this issue of anxiety all my life, but for depression, I just had it recently in last few years when I went through a very tough time in my life. So these are so anxiety, depression, these are two different things. So depression is a prolonged period of unhappiness in life, when you don't feel good about yourself, when you feel very empty, you feel void inside, and you are crying and you see no hope around you, and nothing makes sense to you, and it affects you to such a point where you find it unable to even go through with your daily life. Even coming out of bed is a big challenge. So that is what depression is all about. So when you disconnect yourself, you isolate yourself from the whole world around you. That is depression. Anxiety is is living in the constant state of fear in mind. So if something bad is going to happen to you and you end up like having all those weird bad scenarios in your mind, and so that is anxiety. So I think when you are in that constant state of fear, it does affect, everything is interconnected. So it does affect your body inside, and it gives you it gives you all these issues, like especially with the digestion, and then you don't feel good about yourself. It gives you inflammation in your body, it gives you brain fog. So it's all interconnected.
Do you think that you have gone through knowingly, like you knew that you were going through the cycle that the women go through of perimenopause and menopause? Did you ever think about that?
No, not at all.
So the symptoms that you're saying, do you know that they are the symptoms of perimenopause?
Yes, now I know that there is a connection between perimenopause, but earlier I was not aware of it.
You were not aware.
Yeah, and so connecting it with the hormones, I was not aware of it. Even like I had digestive issues, so I was treating my digestive issues, not knowing the root cause of those issues. Mm-hmm. So the root cause of those issues was the anxiety that I had. So now I know, now I can connect the dots. Now I'm working on all the different aspects of life. So I'm taking care of myself holistically. When I say that, I'm taking care of my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health. So that's why I'm saying there is a solution. And it's a tough journey, I'm telling you, but it's completely worth it.
I'm going to ask you a little bit of personal question here.
Yes.
Did you seek medication?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When I had this phase of depression in my life, I was not being able to recognize it for few years. I would say 2 or 3 years I was unable to recognize it. But it was affecting my life. It was affecting my work. It was affecting the way I was taking care of my family, of myself, of my kids. Medication, it does help. So what medication does is, because there is so much mess, there is so much imbalance inside you, so you are unable to think clearly, you are not able to function properly. So medication, they give you that balance, they calm you down, they stabilize you, but you have to keep in mind that that balance is temporary. Mm-hmm. So medication is only one piece of the puzzle.
Do you feel that women go through this a little bit harder, more?
Yes, because there is a stigma attached to it. So much like pressure of being a woman, like you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to stay within these parameters. Mm. So and this is the journey of coming into balance. Coming into balance, when I say, is about physical, mental and emotional balance. And work on yourself every day. There is help. You need to seek that help. You have to come out of that shell. You have to overcome your fear of judgment, of being labeled. ये तो पागल है, इसका दिमाग खराब है, इसका कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Come out of all this and work on yourself, my dear. So, and it's completely worth it. Look at me, I can do it, so can you. Maybe somebody will resonate with my story, somebody will learn something from it, and if together we can even change one person, one life, we are successful.
Absolutely. Harpreet, thank you.
Thank you, Radha. First of all, you are very special to me, and you are providing this wonderful, wonderful platform for me to come and talk about it. Radha, we truly need this, and thank you so much.
You're so welcome.